I met Jocelyn in London when I first came to London, sort of student age. So I think of London very much in connection with her because I met her soon after, so London's very much my adopted home with her. But meeting her was the most incredible surprise. I didn't know the world could be as big as that. But over 44 years, I'd say we got to know each other extremely well.
Hannah and I played really well together, as in banter. We would always be quite competitive. We both had a very cynical black sense of humour. You know, I just knew what Hannah was thinking. I knew she knew what I was thinking. That's one of the things I miss the most, I think, having someone to sit and do nothing with.
My wife, Gail, to whom I was married for 30 years, died of cancer 5 years ago. Gail, wow. She was the most beautiful person I'd ever met. Still is. And she was incredibly strong and wise and not without her flaws, but helped me as a, fairly wayward young man just kind of get myself into shape to be an adult human being who could take on responsibility and things.
So when the cancer hit her and she was only 64, it was completely out of the blue. She wasn't prepared for it. I wasn't prepared for it. And her decline and her death feel like a sort of great big black cloud. So that's part of what looking at photographs. I look at a photograph of her and I'm reminded partly of the black cloud that she's not there anymore. And it seems like a gigantic cosmic mistake.
Hannah was diagnosed with breast cancer. She was ill for quite a long time. She was ill for about 3.5 years. Hannah completely changed because she became so incredibly anxious and scared and angry and terrified. And then also watching Hannah physically deteriorate.
Bereavement it's like a madness. I mean, I found myself describing it at the time as it's like, you're just on this ocean and you don't know how wide it is or how deep it is. You don't know what direction you're going.
It took me a very long time to go to a support group, and the shared experiences, everything that I'm telling you, it's such a common thread that runs through. And I can sit at a support group session and listen to their, and as people are talking and you're listening, it just makes you feel so normal because that experience. Hello, Riley. Hello, mister. Oh, good boy. It just made me feel normal again. It was not just me. I'm not the one who's been having these emotions go on for 2.5 years now. It's that person feels it and that person feels it and that person feels it. And it made me understand that this is grief. This isn't me. This isn't something's wrong with me. This is what happens when you go through a major bereavement.
Going to Loss Foundation meetings, no one's in the same boat, but they're in a boat where you really can start to make comparisons and to meet other people who lost partners to cancer. It made me feel less alone. It gave me the opportunity, and still does give me the opportunity, to talk the whole wretched thing out of my system. I could probably bore the hind legs off a donkey going on waffling about it, but I found I just had to talk about Jocelyn.
Benefit of being part of a group such as the Loss Foundation so greatly provides, where you can share the experience of other people and you can just get some perspective and not just be swimming around in your own head, is, incredibly valuable. And that's the thing that really, it helped me and it helped me help other people.
That's what's so beneficial about the support group. You can just be yourself. You're not offending anybody and you're not freaking anybody out. And sometimes we talk in depth about what happened when the person died, and it's not nice. It's not like a glossy Hollywood movie when someone just fades out. And it's important to be able to have a space to talk about the things that aren't so nice and to be heard.
I think I've learned a lot listening to other people's experiences, and I've got a bit more real. I'm not the only one that went through the horror of watching cancer invade someone's body, gradually weaken someone. I'm not the only person that watched a really horrible death, which very much took me by surprise and I wasn't prepared for.